What's going on, guys? It is your boy Mars, and today we got a nice special tune for you. If you guys can't notice what car I'm in right now, I am in a 2011 SLS Mercedes. Some of you guys might know that I am, I really love Mercedes. Hint that I do work at Mercedes, so that's why the reason why I do love the cars. So we are going to tune the SLS. Right now, I'm just parked in like this little garage, and the car, I did buy it, but it is stock. So we're gonna get with that. So yeah, so pretty much we're gonna tune this car, and then show you guys the suspension work, the performance parts. I pretty much like everything about this car because I made the newer edition, the GT-R. And it was pretty fast. It's really fast. I liked it. I like the fact how, in that car it was like about a 2-gear tune. So on this one we're gonna figure out how many gears this one's gonna be. But yeah, I just love the sound of it. Love Mercedes-Benz. I just wanted to tune a modern car. Got kind of tired of tuning some of the old school cars. I did tuning already a lot of old school cars, so I'm trying to, jump back and forth from tuning the old school cars and tuning the newer cars. So like always, guys, if you guys have any suggestion on the cars to tune, let me know on the bottom, in the comments below. Also, like always, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, so this car right now is pretty much stock. I just bought it, painted it green, and then I made the wheels black. Kind of made the GT-R edition color. Trying to get close to it, but let's get into the garage. Let's start tuning it, and then show you guys the whole setup for the drag quarter-mile tune on the vehicle. Alrighty, so let's go to garage. Let's go to upgrades. Let's go to custom upgrades. Of course, I'm gonna get everything for free on here. So we're gonna go to the engine. Of course, is going to be stock. The other two options is V12 and V10. We're not going to do that. Of course, the car is going to be rear-wheel drive. And then we are going to put the twin turbos into the car. Now we're going to go here. And let's put every single thing on here is going to be race. So we got the ignition on there. Got the exhaust. Let's put the cams on it, the valves, that block. Let's put those pistons. Of course, let's get all that power into it. We're going to put every inch of power into this vehicle. So with all the power said and done, it's going to be at 943 horsepower with a torque of 713, which is okay. It's pretty decent. And of course, we're not going to put the flywheel. We're going to leave that stock. After that, now let's go to the springs. We're going to put the rally suspension. It's going to be really soft, so we want that rally suspension. Now we're going to put the anti-roll bars. Of course, we're going to put the roll cage, and we're going to fully rate reduct it. So it's going to sit at 3,005 pounds. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's pretty, it's a little heavy for being, for being a drag car, but it is a modern car. Normally, our modern cars tend to be a lot heavier. So on here, we're going to put every single thing race. Let's go to the wheels. On the wheels, we are going to put the race tire compound. On the fronts, we're going to leave it alone at the 265s. And then on the rears, we are going to put it maxed out at 345s. And now with the rim selection, let me pick some really lightweight wheels. I am going to pick these right here. So I'm going to pick these Well Sport wheels. And now with the size of the rims, let's leave it at 19 in the front and at 20 in the rear. After that, with the body, there's nothing to really do. And I do not want to put this hideous wing on there. So we're going to leave that alone. And now let's go outside and then show you guys the full tune on the vehicle. Suspension work, difficulty, configurations on my remote, stuff like that. So let's go outside. Since this is going to be a scratch tune, I'm going to go to the airport, which I suggest you guys, do your scratch tunes there. It'll help you a lot with knowing how fast your car is on the quarter mile and on top end, and then it'll help you guys a lot predicting how fast your car is and if you're making a fast tune or not. So like you guys should know already by now, I'm making pretty much like basic tunes, showing you guys the people that don't know how to tune to have a way of tuning and learn a little bit about it for the drag racing scene. So now, yeah, you can hear that turbo sounds really good on this one. So let's go to the difficulty. Pretty much everything's going to be turned off. You don't need traction control since we're tuning the car the right way. You don't need any help on that. Traction control is just pretty much going to slow you down because it's going to try to control the vehicle, and you don't want that. So we're going to leave it manual with clutch like always, and everything else pretty much turned off. Now let's go to the tuning part. Let's go to tune cars. Tire pressures in the rear, let's put it at 15. And in the front, let's put it at 15 as well. Now that final drive, let's put it all the way down, guys, at the 2.2, and we'll come back to that. Let's put it positive, or let's put it negative. This zeroed it out right here. But I believe let's see, if I go all the way to 5, yeah, so it gave me a better 0 to 60 and 0 to 100. So we're going to leave it at that positive 5 on the front camber. The less tires compound you want on the ground, the better it is overall on the front end. So it doesn't, better for drag. You don't want all that drag on the vehicle. So now we're going to put it really stiff on the anti-roll bar, 65, 65. And then I want the car really soft in the front and then really stiff in the rear so it lifts up initially and then transitions all that weight to the rear. And of course, the car's ride height is going to be all the way maxed out to the top. And now we're going to do that equal distribution with the suspension. So we're going to do soft, stiff, stiff, soft. And it's going to kind of give us a balanced on the dampening on the vehicle. So now we're going to go to the brakes, nothing with that. And then we're going to do 100 and 100 in the differential. So that's pretty much it. Now it's time to find the gear that is going to be our right gear and kind of fix our first gear. So pretty much to launch the car, you're going to press down the e-brake, which is A, and then you're going to feather the gas with the RT button until the car holds a little bit above 2,000 RPMs. If you press down on the D-pad and telemetry, the car has 460 foot-pounds of torque at a boost of 7 pounds. So that's the torque, it's giving us a pretty good amount of torque off the line, and that's what we want. So now pretty much just let go of the e-brake with the gas fully pressed down. And as you guys saw, the car spin. So now what we're going to do is adjust that first gear so that it won't spin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do like a wow number. Let me just do 3.20 on that first gear and then see if it still spins. So launch the vehicle the same way. There we go. Yep, so it still spins on me. So now I'm going to just go back to the tune. And then I'm going to just do like 10 clicks at a time. So I'm going to go back to 3.10 and then see if it still spins or not. So let's launch it again one more time. Okay, so it's still spinning on me. I'm going to do 10 more clicks down again. And then I'm going to find that, that right number. Alrighty, so let's do it one more time. Oh, see, if you press the gas too much, the car will do that and stall out. So you got to kind of feather it. I'll let go of it. There you go. Okay, so as you guys can see, the car is going to be a 3-gear tune. That third gear was a little bit too long, but the second gear was actually pretty decent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make, you guys know how I like having my even numbers. So I'm gonna make it at pretty much 2.20 and 1.85. But then I'm gonna make the first gear a little bit by 5 clicks, a little bit to acceleration, because I want to see when does the car spin on my first gear. So we're gonna do it one more time. So it's still hooked. There we go. So it's looking really good, but the car's still hooked. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go even higher on that acceleration and find out when is that breaking point of it starting to spin. So I did it at 3.08, and let's give it another launch on there. You can hold it on that first gear just a slight bit before it transitioned into second gear, as you guys keep seeing. So it's working out for me. I think that's going to be the breaking point on this vehicle, so we're going to leave it at that. So right when you guys launch in that first gear, just full gas it all the way and just hold it on there, and then transition to second gear and third gear right after. So it's going to be 3.08, 2.20, and final gear is going to be at 1.85. So that's pretty much the 3-gear setup for a quarter-mile tune for the SLS 2011 edition. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a quarter-mile number, and hope it's pretty close to 160 or 160. No, 160 at a quarter mile on a front engine rear-wheel drive vehicle is normally an ideal number that we all want to shoot for. Anything higher than that, you know, you have a pretty fast car, and anything lower than that, you know, depending on the model and year, you know, you have a pretty decent car. So 440 yards, guys, is going to be that 1320 feet, which is a quarter mile. So now we're just going to let go of the e-brake, and we're off. Hold the gas all the way, hold it for a little bit, and then transition to that second gear. Don't let it bounce. There we go. So it did a really good number for a heavy vehicle that it is. I'm pretty happy for it. I hope you guys are too. This is an SLS 2011, a pretty heavy vehicle, but it still did perform really good. I like it. So yeah, this is pretty much the tune on this car. Hope you guys like it. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys around with another tuning video. Peace out, guys.